Hi, welcome back to the Coding Genius, and in this part we are going to work on our Flutter app, and we will see how we connect our Supabase with our Flutter app. So first of all, create a new project in Flutter, and my Flutter version is, let me show you, 3.24.0, and I have create a folder assets, and there is an images folder. There are two images, like one is background image and other one is a logo image. Okay, and if we come to this pubspec.yml file, I have uncommitted this assets, and then I have used these two packages. First one is Supabase Flutter and other one is image picker. Okay, so this is for our pubspec.yml file. Then I have created different folders, like first one is core, and in core I have created another folder that is constant, and in constants I have created two constants. First one is Supabase URL and other one is Supabase NN key. Okay, and for getting these URL and NN keys, first of all come to your Supabase project, and here you can see this is project settings. Come to this and come to this API. Okay, this is the URL and this one is NN public key. Okay, just copy these two values and paste it in your constant. Okay, so this is for our core, and there is a models folder, and here I have created user model. And if we come to this, then you can see in our previous video I have shown you how we created our 5 columns in our, let me show you, in our table editor. If we come to this users, you can see these are 5 columns: id, created at, name, email and image. Okay, and these are the five instances for these: id, name, email, image and created at. Okay, so uh, if when we will use to JSON, then we don't need to provide id and created at here, because these two values are automatically generated by our Supabase. Because if we come to this, we have implemented, like, this is a unique key and it will be auto incremented. Okay, and this is a primary key, or it will be auto incremented, so we don't need to add an id when we will create a new user. And created at, if we come to this, then we have passed it like default value is now. It means when we add a new value to our table, then it will pick its current time, server time, and add it to created at. Okay, so we don't need to pass these two fields in our to JSON for when we are going to create our user. And this is from JSON, and we will convert our created add to string. Okay, datetime dot pass dot to string, and here I have used as a string. Okay, so this is for our models. Now come to our main.dot file, and if we come to this, then in our main file, first we will initialize our widgets bindings, and then we will initialize our Supabase, and this Supabase is coming from our Supabase Flutter package that we have initialized in our pubspec.yml file, and these are its URL and NN key is coming from our constant folders. Okay, then I have called this run app method, and before this stateless widget I have called this Supabase instance client, and to use this Supabase client we need to make it declare it as a global instance. That's why I have declared it as a global instance here. Then my app will be triggered, and if we come to this, then this is simple, just title social made debug banner theme data and home is splash screen. Now I have created a screen folders, and here splash screen. Okay, splash screen is a stateful widget, and in our init state I have uh, add our time for 3 seconds, and after 3 seconds it will move to our login screen. Okay, and here is the scaffold. In widget there is a scaffold, its background color is white, and I have passed center to its body. Okay, and in its center there is a column, and I have passed these cross axis and main axis alignments to center. And if we come to its children's, then I have used this image.insert, and if we come to this, then I have used our background image that I have already shown you in our assets images, background image and logo image. Okay, and I have used media query to pass its height and width. The other one is our logo, and I have used also media queries to display it. Okay, so this is for our splash screen, and after 3 seconds it will move to our login screen. Now come to login screen. This is also a stateful widget, and here I have created two our text editing controllers, and one is loading boolean variable. It will help us to show a loading indicator when a user click on login button. Okay, and there is a method login user. I will tell you. Now come to its build method, and here in scaffold I have used background color white, add some padding to its body, and that is symmetric horizontal 16, and child its column. And if we come to its column, there are multiple widgets that I have created. Okay, first one I have give a size from top, and then I have shown a login, and its alignment is center left. It means it will show to left side. Let me show you. So let me show you, it's running. This is our splash screen. Okay, now this is our login screen. If you here you can see our login is alignment is to our left side. Okay, then there is another alignment. If we click on this, and this is please log in to continue, then there is a gap for 4, and then I have created this container, this blue container line. Okay, its width is use media query, and height is 5, and decoration is color blue, and border radius is circular 20. Then I have add some gap, and then there is a card, and here I have initialized our two text fields. As you can see, this is a card. In card we have two text fields, email and password. Then let me show you. In card, elevation is 5, color is white, background color. Then I have add a padding to all 8, and here I have used a column. In column there is a text field, one is for email. Okay, and I have passed email controller to this, and keyboard type is email address. This is our label text in input decoration, and our border side is none. If we remove this, then if we refresh it, then here you can see it will show a border. If I just remove this, then it will not show any border. Okay, so this is for hiding the border. And if we come to this, I have password controller to this. Obscure text is true. It means our password will be not visible. Input decoration, and I have label as password, and border is also the same, none. Okay, and there is a gap. Now after this card there is also a gap, and there is a check. If its loading is true, then we show circular progress indicator, otherwise we will show this padding widget. And in padding there is a size box, and its width is double dot infinity, height is 45. There is an elevated button, and it's on pressed login user will call this method. I will show you this. And I have add some style to this elevated button, and in this style I have passed background color blue, and its shape I have add circular border, and that is 10. And then there is a just child login text, and its color white. So this is for our elevated button. Then I have add some gap, and there is a rich text. There I have shown two text combined, and first one is don't have account, and other one is our register here. Then I have passed its style and give it a color blue. Then if a user click on this register here, register uh, tab gets a recognizer will be called, and in its on tab method it will move to our register screen. Now let me show you its UI. So here you can see, if user click on this register here, then it will move to our sign up registration screen. Okay, so let me show you our login code that is here. Okay, first of all our set state will be called, and is loading is true. Okay, this method will be called when user click on login button in our elevated button, and that is here. Okay, now come to this again, and I have get email and password text from their controllers, and I have added a check. If both are empty, then it will, if any of them is empty, then it will show a snack bar that please fill in both fields, and it will call set state and make is loading false, and it will return. Then if both variables email and password has some data, then our Supabase sign in with password method will be called. Okay, and here you can see, let me show you, we will don't use this because we have already initialized this in our main dot file. Okay, super. Now come to this login screen. Okay, supabase dot auth dot sign in with password, and here if you come to this sign in with password, you can pass email, phone, and password and captcha token. So I have just passed email and password. Okay, if response okay, then it will provide us an auth response. This is the auth response, and if you come to this, we will get these two, one is session and other one is user. That's why I have add if response.user is equal to null, it means our login is failed. Otherwise it will show a success and move to our home screen. And then I have called this set state, and it make is loading false. Okay, so this is the code for our login user. And now come to our, let me show you our register registration screen, and that is in our auth. And this is a register screen, and that is our home screen. And in home screen there is a text in center of the screen. So come to this, our register screen. Let me minimize these functions so it will be easy to understand what is happening. Okay, this is a stateful widget, and here I have initialized some variables. First one is image picker, then image, then these are the controllers for email, name and password, and there is also is loading. Okay, so let's skip these for a minute and I will come to this later. Let me show you the scaffold, and this is a scaffold, its background, and I have added some padding. Then use single child scroll view, and here is the column, and these are widgets are its children's. Okay, so first one is register, and other one is please sign up to continue, and these are the screens. Let me show you. This is the same code almost. Okay, so come to this align method, and here I have added that blue container line, and I have added some gap. Then there is gesture detector, and here on tab it will call pick image, and its child is circle avatar, and in circle avatar its radius is 50, background color is somehow gray, and background image there is a check if our image. And let me show you this. Let me minimize these as well. Okay, it means this variable, it is referring to that if that image is not null, then it will show image in our circle avatar, file image and file, and we have used that path to this file image. Otherwise background image is null. Okay, if image is equal to null, then it will show icon, camera icon, and its size is 40. Otherwise, if there is an actual image present, then it will not show an icon. Okay, so this is the code for our image. Let me show you this image pick. This is the code, and I have used this picker.pick image, and its source is gallery, and picked file I have added set state if image is equal to picked file when user picked a file. Let me wrap it inside try catch in case user don't pick that image, then it will throw an error, and that's why we will use try catch here. Okay, and you can also show a message that image is not picked or something according to your requirements. Okay, so this is the code for our pick image. Now come to our next part, and that is card, and this is the same code that I have shown you, and there is an extra text field that is for our email, that's for our name. Okay, so this is the name text field, and this is for our email, and last one is our for password. Okay, so this is the same code, and now there is a condition. If it's loading, then it will show a progress indicator, otherwise it will show a register button. Okay, and this is the also same code, and on its best it will call this register user, and I have added some style to this. Let me, okay, I have added some style here, and its child is our register text. Now come to its on pressed, and that will register user function will trigger. Okay, so come to this register user. First of all, it will call this set state and make is loading to true. Okay, so there are almost 4 steps to upload images, uh, texts, and move to our new screen, our home screen. So step 1 is validate inputs, and here you can see I have created a function validates input. If it's uh, true, it means. If it's false, then this will is loading will be false and it will return. It means it will throw an error. Now come to this validate inputs, and that is here. Its return type is bool. Now these are our three controllers: name controller, email controller, and password controller. And I have added a check. If any of them is empty, then it will show a snack bar. Please fill all fields and select an image. And if it's if all these fields are have some text and image is selected, then it will return true. It means it's working fine. So then it will move to our next step, and here we will upload our image, and after uploading we will get its URL. Okay, so come to this upload image method, and that is here. Its return type is future nullable string, and here you can see I have get bytes from our image. If image does not equal to null dot read as bytes, then get file extensions, give it a file name, and file path will be this file name. And this is the actual code for our saving image to our file to our Supabase storage. Okay, so this is supabase.storage.from. Here we will give a folder name, and that is images, and dot upload binary. And here I have passed this file path, image bytes, and file option. Okay, if our storage response is empty, then it will show the snack bar image upload field and it return null. Otherwise it will. And now this is the code. Let me use the same Supabase. Okay, supabase.storage.from images dot get public URL, and we will pass this file path. Okay, that we have used for saving our image, and we will use that path to download our image and get its URL. Okay, so it will, this code will return URL, and now we will use that URL to return. Now come to this. Here you can see we will get image URL here, and if it's null, then it will set state called and make is loading false, and it will return. Otherwise, if it's not null, then third step. And the third step is we have get our email and password from text and call this method sign up user. And if we come to this function sign up user, it required email and password, and its return type is future auth response nullable. Now come to this, and here you can see, let me use this supabase.auth.signup, and it needs email and password. And if auth user is equal to null, then registration is failed. Otherwise it will return this auth response. Okay, and after that, now we will save our user model data to our database. Okay, this is the fourth step. I have created a user model instance, and here I have passed its name, email, and image URL, and pass this new user to this save user to database. And if we come to this, so this is the function, and it required user model. Now come to this function, and here you can see I have used this try catch. Okay, and this is the code for Supabase base dot from users. Here we will add our table name, and that is users, and dot insert. Okay, so it will basically insert our data to this table, and I have called this user dot to JSON. Okay, so it will convert user model data to JSON and upload it to users table. Okay, if it's uploaded successfully, then it will show user registered successfully, and if move to our home screen. Otherwise, on Postgres exception, so it will throw an error, registration failed, and on catch it will also throw an error. Okay, so this is the code for our registration. Now come to our Supabase dashboard, and here we need to add some things like come to authentication first, and come to providers. Okay, so here is the all the providers that we can use for our authentication in Supabase. So first, now I am using email, so by default it will be enabled, but if we come to this, there are multiple options. Enable email provider. If you want to use this email, then just open it, email provider, and confirm email. So this is for if you want to if you want your users confirm your email before using your app, then you can also enable this check, otherwise make it close. And secure email change, users will require to confirm an email change on both. Okay, so this is for if user want to change its email, so you can make it secure email change. And there is secure password change if user want to update its password. Okay, and right now I will make these close. And email OTP expiration, so you can also send an OTP to email, but right now I'm just use this email for our authentication, and I'm not going to send these OTPs or something. Just click on this save. Okay, so our email is enabled. Now if we come to this users, after authentication your users will be visible here. It's email. If it is used email, then there will be email and phone provider created at, so there will be user data. Now come to our storage bucket, and here I have created a new bucket. Just click on this new bucket, give it a name. Okay, and if we come to this additional, here you can see these are all the MMIs that you can upload. And if you want only PNG, then write image and PNG. Okay, it will accept only PNG. Okay, by default it will accept all these formats. I have already created my images bucket, so come to this images bucket, and I have uploaded multiple images for testing, so these are working. Now come to its policies, and there we need to add some policy. Okay, and just come to this policy, uh, click on this new policy, and then click on start quick easy and enable read access to everyone. Just click on this and come click on this use this table. It means now here we will add our policy like user can perform uh, which operations on your storage bucket, images bucket. So I will select all. So it means user can select, insert, update, and delete images in our images bucket. Okay, just click on review and click on save policy. Okay, so it will create a policy and it will be visible here. Okay, so I have already created, so that's why I'm not creating it again. Now let me show you the app. Okay, now first of all we need to register our user. Click on this image, and I will use this image. Name will be let's suppose Ali. Email will be ali@gmail.com, and if we click on this register, then here you can see, please fill all the forms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and click on this register. Okay, so it will take some time, and then it will, okay, now it will move to our home screen. Now come to our dashboard, and let me show you the image. I think first one will be the mm, where it is. Let me check one by one. I think we need to reload because there is a date. Here is the image. Okay, so here you can see those are 09 and 250. This is our image, and if we come to our authentication tab, then just reload it, and here you can see our email is ali@gmail.com and provider is email. There is no phone number, and its last sign in and its user id. If we come to this three dots menu, you can also check your users info. Click on this view user info, and this is the data that our PostgreSQL has returned. And here you can see our email is this, and email verified is false, phone verified is false. Okay, if you have checked for email verification true, like user has verified your email, then it will be true. Okay, so these are the other details. You can also use these. Now come to our table editor, and here I will come to this users, and here you can see this is our user. It's successfully created. Its id is 3, created at its timestamp, name is Ali, its email, and here you can see this is the path of our image. So this is for this video, and I will see you in next video.